Either it's stretch here, you probably guessed from the caption. I'm just gonna, I think it's important to make this video just to talk about my message and what I'm wanting to achieve in the next few years, hopefully. And it comes into this essentially. I've been practicing yoga for the last maybe 5 years, and those of you who know me know that I absolutely love it. And I've recently just became a level 3 yoga instructor. And I'm not saying it frustrates me that nobody else does yoga, but there's so many people that pass me and say, well, when I'm practicing or anything. I remember when I was in Iraq, I used to practice at a nice location that got a good bit of sun, so it was in the public eye a lot, and every day people would pass me and say, I'm going to join you tomorrow, I need to get my flexibility up, or I need to get strength back in this knee that I've hurt or this hamstring that I've hurt. And day after day nobody joined me, and that's absolutely fine. They've got their own things going on. However, I just want to talk about why I started doing yoga. So, why would a masculine person do yoga? And I'm not saying I'm the epitome of masculinity, by no means am I anywhere near that. However, I'm masculine in the sense that I've been shot at, I've shot back, and I'd like to think I'm a relatively good infantry soldier. And I love being an infantry soldier, and I just love my lifestyle. I love being able to just join somebody in a sort of CrossFit workout. I love being able to join someone in a long run or a sprint session, or join someone in a boxing session or hill reps. And I just love moving essentially, and I want to be able to do that for as long as possible. And yoga is my favourite way to move essentially. I think it's a good way to just stay physically and mentally healthy as possible for as long as possible. Physical in the sense that, like I'm saying, flexibility, it's proven to reduce your chance of getting injured massively, especially if you know what you're doing. So I don't get why people don't take that time to just do the flexibility and not just warm up with headphones on or talking to someone, or cool down with headphones on and not actually connecting with your body. I mean, flexibility being the whole session. That's taking a bit of time for yourself and just increasing your hamstring length, and just so you can increase your gait essentially. And that's what I mean by physically healthy. And mentally healthy, in the sense that when you've got the asanas right, when you've got the ability to be able to just sit comfortably without having tight muscles, which is why you do the asanas, then you can sit comfortably for 10 plus minutes a day, even a week if it comes to it, because we don't even do that, embarrassingly enough, a lot of people. But taking that 10 minutes alone with your thoughts, not being lonely but being alone, is so important, just to deal with stuff. You can't just keep this high intensity, not understanding heart rate zones, and just going for it 100 mile an hour, like what I've been doing for almost 10 years before I kind of properly understood it. Just understanding that you need to take a bit of time out from that high intensity lifestyle is just so important, because everyone's a mental health advocate nowadays online, but actually practicing it and bettering yourself in the sense that before anyone's awake in your house, just sitting, meditating is so important to just deal with stuff. And essentially it's a great thing that everyone's a mental health advocate online, because I'm just so fed up of people killing themselves. I'm so fed up of it. And essentially, the way I like to process my thoughts is just moving my body for a bit, because we've so much emotion and adrenaline stored in parts of our body we don't even know, believe it or not. So once you've moved your body and then listen to your thoughts, that's the time you get the most cognitive and important conversations close to the subconscious that you ever have. And I think the way that people in the military move so fast with so much weight being carried physically and mentally, it's not sustainable. And I see so many people injured, or on the other side of the spectrum, I see so many people that are really fit, but they're mentally unhealthy. They're just not fit mentally, but they're really physically fit. And it's just about finding that balance between the two, I think. That's why I think it's important in yoga just to take 5-10 minutes to meditate to yourself. And I'm not saying just sitting in that cross-legged position for ages. I just mean slow down your run. Take the headphones out. Don't get to the point where lactic acid is building up, and just enjoy your environment and take it in. We need to do it. So, like I say, fitness is such a big industry for infanteers, and it's for everybody nowadays, because mental health's that important. I can only speak as an infanteer because I joined at 16, I'm nearly 30, and that's all I've ever known. I'm not saying we're the only people that go through trauma, by no means, but that's all I can resonate with, essentially. So, yoga then. I just love that, moving my body, increasing my flexibility, and just taking a bit of time to myself in a meditative state. And it didn't happen overnight. So, my business model. I was kind of pressured because I'm seeing so many of my friends and colleagues leaving the military, or already left the military, and they're really successful in that PT world, which kudos to them. They're doing absolutely brilliant things in an amazing industry. And it made me think about my business model. Like, I felt a bit of pressure to get a website, to get a brand, to get a logo. However, when I really think about it, it's a big conversation I had. I'm not ready to leave the military yet. I'm not. I still love it. I still love that fitness is essentially what I get paid to do. And for a reason, because not aesthetically, but when it comes down to it, we need to pick each other up and carry each other to an HLS or to a casual exchange point. That's why fitness is important for us. That's why it is extremely important. And I was thinking loads about a business model. How am I going to do this? But I don't. It's not going to be my main source of income yet. I'd like it to be in the future, essentially. But for now, if anybody in Scotland wants to try my unique brand of yoga, which is like hatha, or a nice lovely pranayama, or a transformational yoga. You don't need to know those words. Those literally just fancy words for breathing and moving, essentially, which is what we need to get better at. Just breathing, stopping and taking 5 before you go out and smash your day. Then give me a message and I'll more than happily come meet up with you. And if you need a mat, I've got you. If you're worried about your flexibility, don't be, because it's not about being good at the postures that you hold. It's just about being good to yourself, and you're not going to get flexible overnight, same as how you don't get strong overnight, you don't get fast overnight. It's a process. And my point is, I don't care. It takes a big man to just start something new like this. And if you fancy it, you're in Scotland, I'll make it work. I'll come to you or you come to me. I'll make it work. Just give me a message. Same with if you're outside Scotland and you're just needing someone to get you into this process. Just message me and I'll get you a Zoom link. And yeah, thanks for listening, and I hope you join me on my journey essentially. Thanks guys.